talk to some other people and they'll tell you, if you are not ready for it, why did you go? Did you think it was easy?
Yes.
Do you think it was a walk in the park? You wanted to become an adult by all means. Now you're inside it and
During
you're
relocation, a lot of things change for her.
a lot. We're not even ready for that conversation. That's the whole video, a whole conversation
on its own, right? So, and you are struggling in this new environment, just know that what it is just a season and it doesn't last forever. And the truth is, it does not define you. Hello, everyone. Julius right here, and I welcome you once again to Pure Conversation. And with me here,
Tega and Julius.
Yes, you're welcome to Pure Conversations. And today we are discussing what are we discussing today?
Starting a new life in a new location. What no one tells you about.
Oh God, what no one tells you about.
Before we continue, if our videos have blessed you in one way or the other, please subscribe and click on the notification bell. That way you are informed when we upload a new video. Thank
you. So we are going to be having this conversation, and really it's personal to us because in one way or the other, both of us have moved from where we were before to somewhere new entirely, to where we are now. So when people relocate, when people transit, when people transcend, there are usually a lot of congratulations, new beginnings, fresh start, greater opportunities.
Yes.
Remember when I left my former abode, my former location, to the place where I am now. I was like, oh nice. I actually wanted, someone was like, I was looking forward that I leave and go and explore more and all that. But the truth is, the feelings you get, the emotional, mental, even spiritual adjustments that comes with it, we are really not prepared for it.
Exactly.
We are really not prepared for it. So in this conversation, we are going to be unpacking that, sharing our experiences, and seeing how this can actually affect us and how we can adjust to it as necessary. So the first thing I would want us to discuss about is that silent emotional shift, the loneliness of going to a new city, your friends,
family,
your family, people you roll with, looks like they are alone. How does that make you feel right now? Like you in
reality,
the recipient of it? Yes.
Oh well. There are some of us that can argue that, in quote, I've not always had many friends and all, but then you still get to feel that loneliness, right? Especially if you are coming from, like I said, from the known to the unknown, coming from your parents' house, there's that constant, I wouldn't say noise, I wouldn't call it noise, like activity, the constant activity. So if your sibling is not saying something, your mother is saying something, you people are having, even when you people are not in good terms, you're quarreling about somebody, there's that constant activity, something is constantly happening, right? So when you move to a new location, you leave your parents' house, even as a single person. It's not just about getting married now. You leave your parents' house, go to a new location. It's not just about changing address, it's changing a lot of things. A lot of realities get to hit you all at once, and really we are not ready for this conversation. And a lot of us, we get to encounter these things unprepared, and it's as if we're alone. And that's like the beginning of our loneliness.
Yeah. For me, when I was going to move to the city of Abuja, left from France to Illinois, and trust me, I was somebody who was, like, I would say, influential. I was like, no, I have my guys, I have people that
look up to you,
they look up to me, they look after them, call me uncle, teenagers, people, connection, friends, and all those things. That took me time before I could actually come to the reality of moving to leave all this behind, a place where I just I would say
Nobody knows
nobody
you.
knows me.
Starting
Like
afresh.
a new place, nobody, I don't have any history there.
Yes.
Nobody knows what I've done before or who I am.
It
I need
actually
to begin
it
to,
actually humbles you, right?
yeah,
Humbles you
I
to your
just have to
core.
now start trying to myself, trying to show
Yes.
that I'm not a small person. People that are looking at me like this, they are following me, they are playing ball with me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People, you understand that kind of
Yes.
trying to show that, oh,
I
this is
totally
who
get
I
it.
actually am.
Mm-hmm.
It affects your emotional state somehow.
Yes.
It affects, and we don't get to see anybody to share those burdens with really because you don't even want to talk about it.
So it doesn't feel like, oh, you're not ready for it anyway. So why did you
Why did
go?
you leave?
Why did you?
Why?
Was anybody chasing you? Especially your parents. No,
Yes.
some parents, not all parents. You talk to some parents about it and they'll tell you, don't worry, you'll get used to it. And you talk to some other people and they'll tell you, if you're not ready for it, why did you go? Do you think it was easy?
Yes.
Do you think it was a walk in the park? You
Because
wanted to become an adult by all means. Now you're inside it and
going into a
you're
relocation actually speeds up more individuals try to
yes,
and
exactly.
just have
And I feel like it's something everybody should experience because there's this thing with being complacent. It's just
to.
like leaving your old school to your new school.
Mm-hmm.
There's this thing you are being complacent. They know me here. They know I
Yes,
usually
yes,
I'm the head girl here.
yes.
I'm the head boy here. From first to third, I must take one position. Everybody knows me in my school. Once you get into the school, come and just call my name. Everybody knows me. And you get to a new
Go
school.
to a new
You get to a new
first,
school.
first fail first for like the first step.
Even if you don't fail, in fact, passing makes you more enemies than friends in a new school. That you pass will make you more enemies than friends.
Don't come and destroy what they have going on. Right?
Exactly. So it's a lot. And you find out that new students, they'll first keep to themselves for a while.
Yes.
That's loneliness they're feeling. They keep to themselves for a long time until somebody walks up to them or something happens and somebody just becomes their friend and like that they begin to adjust.
And somehow I'm moving on to another thought now, right? That people see you moving to a new location as like
progress,
or you have made it in life,
achievements,
or you have started making a lot of money. And I don't know who brought that notion
it's a stereotype.
That. Yeah, it's a stereotype, right? The truth is, it is progress, right? But it doesn't automatically
doesn't mean that it will be smooth.
It is smooth, or it doesn't automatically mean that something has changed or things have changed entirely for you, right? You might still be trying to figure things out, right? And still be a process of you building, but you should not, and this is to everyone, right?
Yeah.
You should not see it as, oh, an automatic change of story, then now begin to
pressure them, build them, like that.
You want to build them because of what? And you don't even know what they are facing. You don't know how they are settling in. Or you had maybe somebody change his job right now, or he moved to a new company, and you don't know if the person moved to a new company because just where they can go, and it's not because the salary was better.
That's so true. I was going to say that there's some kinds of moving from one place to another that are not necessarily monetary. Doesn't connote a monetary upgrade.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe what you have been doing all your life, you have just been trying to you're just trying to learn, how to survive in a particular terrain. And then maybe you get an opportunity to actually begin what you have always loved.
Yeah.
Maybe you have actually just been managing, coping somewhere before. And then you get a relocation opportunity for a newer job, which may not connote increase in salary, but it places you in line with what you have always wanted to do. And sometimes that begins with you starting from very bottom.
Yeah, like my personal experience, like when I left going to come to Abuja, I left with nothing, right? But I only came with my clothes. The first time I came, I only came with my clothes. In fact, I had my stuff sent to me later on.
Yes.
I only came with my clothes because I had no apartment. I came to stay with somebody. Why should I be bringing those
property?
Property. I only came with my clothes. And that did not mean that the job I was coming to do was one mighty gigantic job. But it was going to set me up for something better. Because I came here on a contract job, right? And it was just supposed to last for 6 months. and
Right.
the other one lasting for 4 months.
Yes.
You can see how crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I lost
So.
my job after 4 months. Hello, are you there? Like I became jobless.
Mm,
I became unemployed after 4 months. Do you understand? And it's not something like I would say I want to go back.
yes.
This one is a no turning back issue. I needed to begin to look for alternatives.
Start from that
Started
place.
finding ways on, and by God's grace, something came up, and then I got another job.
Mm-hmm.
And that does not mean that what you start, you come from where you are and then boom, start plucking money and
Yes.
start making
Doesn't
it
work
in
that
life.
way. There's a
Does
process
not
for
work that
everything.
way,
You have to
right?
grow. You have to progress out. Like there's this thing they say, go up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You have to progress, and you have to give yourself time. Give
Mm.
yourself time, and don't allow any sort of pressure at all.
Yes. So there is something that I would call faith in what transition.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to sometimes, yeah, really not say sometimes, right? You have to consistently trust God,
Yes.
and in your transitioning, you have to trust Him more
Mm-hmm.
because trusting God without what familiarities, like
Mm.
with you are not familiar with hearing,
Yes.
your way of life is not the same as what you
Mm-hmm.
know. You have
Yes.
to trust God through this thing.
Through the
You have
process.
to begin to find community again. You have to trust God to lead you to the right places.
Mm.
You have to trust God to connect you to the right people.
Yes.
The people you know, the people you know, you might not have been friends in the new environment you're present in.
Yes.
And then you
That's
need
true.
to now begin to connect with new people that will what, help you, that will hold your hand to
Mm-hmm.
become something where you now are.
Yes.
You get. So faith is differently in a new place. You don't have the same support system you usually have. I don't know.
And
You want to say something? I'm very sure.
sincerely, I need to say something at this point. Like when it comes to at the mention of the word faith and no
Yeah.
transitioning, this is the fact that whatever it is that you don't have, you cannot give. Whatever it is that you don't have inbuilt in you, you can't just forge it overnight. And the true test of who you are, the true test of everything that you are professing, you know, will be tested over time, especially in the new location. You will begin to find out that if you were a person whose faith was not really strong, to pray will be an issue.
Yes.
To go for fellowship will be an issue. You begin to give excuses. The world is already a very global and social world. I can always stream services online. Meanwhile, this is you in your parents' houses that going to church, there was no excuse for
Yeah.
being absent from church.
Yes.
Because you are now an adult, you begin to give excuses. That means those things were not really there in the first place. So you have to be, again, I will quote King James Version, you have to be very well garrisoned. King James Version. You have to be very well garrisoned and convinced of your faith, even as you, especially as you transit, because nobody is going to come to wake you up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will tell you you are running late. Nobody will say, okay, you go on date, let me keep iron your clothes for you. You are totally responsible for yourself.
Yes. So God doesn't just move us geographically, He also moves us spiritually.
Yes.
And this was one thing I needed to learn myself, right? I was kind of attached to my own church where I was before. And I really just want, but the truth is, it might not work out.
Yes.
You need to have people that you can live with, you can be a blessing to, you can connect with, you can grow with if you're being geographically. So find peace in that new environment, in that change that you've come to live with, and see how you grow up from there.
God doesn't just move us geographically, He moves us spiritually. It is in transition that faith becomes real. Not inherited, not borrowed, not personal. We cannot both share my faith. It's personal.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very personal. And until you leave your comfort zone, until you leave your known to the unknown, that is the true test of whether you have faith or not.
So the truth is, there are some things that we are not being told, right? And it takes time to settle emotionally and mentally.
Yes.
Imagine you are in a city as full as Lawrence. There's no stress there. No, they don't really wake up.
No traffic.
Where to rush to work to Lagos, blah, 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 blah,
No more
blah.
way,
And
no.
then you are now moving to Lagos. Your mental faculty is actually being altered already
Mm.
because you begin to see the life of struggle. I mean,
Hustle and
hustle
bustle.
and bother. You want to
Early
get to
morning, wake
work
up early morning,
before
come
9 o'clock, and
back
then you
late.
are up by 4 crazy stuff, right? So, community is also not formed overnight. You need to
Yes.
understand that the community that you are living where you used to be
Mm-hmm.
was formed over the years, and don't expect when you move to a new location,
Mm.
then you just know people all of a sudden.
And then if you want friends, you have to show yourself friendly. You
Yes,
can't keep
you
to
have
yourself
to.
and expect that to be the
You have to.
community.
You have to. You may be feeling like giving up, but trust me, things will get better where you are. Adjustment takes time, and there is
Mm.
nothing wrong
With
with
that.
that. There is nothing wrong with that. When you are adjusting the things, right, it takes time.
Mm.
So find pleasure in the
Adjusting.
new location that God has taken you to,
Mm.
or in the new process that God is taking you through.
Mm. You are not failing because it's hard. It's not because it's impossible to achieve. That's why you
Mm.
are failing. Like, I feel like failure is a necessary bus stop on your way to success. Like, you I don't want to use the word must, but I
Mhm.
think the way God designed life to be, you need to have some shortfalls
Yes.
to really realize that, okay, this was the wrong way of attempting to do this thing. It is not because you are not smart, not because you are not working hard.
Yes.
You are human. Don't pressure yourself. Don't put imaginary pressure of, I want to support my mother, I want to support my father, I want to
Mm-hmm.
send my siblings to school. Especially if you are a firstborn, the pressure is real for firstborns,
Yes.
right?
And truth is, most of the time, I usually say this, and I've said it to a lot of my friends that you cannot save people from where they have actually not got out of something.
Mm,
Imagine you make some money and then started giving all the money out. You are helping people.
mm-hmm.
You would end up becoming like them, and might
Which
even
is
be
not
worse than
wrong in
them.
itself.
That
Helping people is
the
not wrong in
giving is
itself,
not
but
wrong.
you are giving to prove what you have not been able to. When the scripture says, "What our hands have handled," what you
Yes.
now have, what you have become, not what, not just money that entered your account seasonally.
Mm. There's a difference between when they say somebody touched millions
Mm.
and somebody handled
Has
millions.
yes,
You can touch it and but when
and
you
you will
are
never touch it again.
but when you are handling it, you
Mm-hmm.
will know that you are handling it. You
Yes,
understand?
you move it,
Yes, you are
moving
transacting. It's
money.
not like you touch the thing. Have we not touched million? We touch million. You understand? But until you get to that point where you you really want to even structure these things right. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to just give out and at the end of the day you now be the one that wait for somebody to give you money. It's not a good place to be.
Mm.
Right? So if you're listening and you have just moved to a new location, maybe you got married like she did and I moved, a lot of things changed for her.
It's
You
a lot.
understand?
Why am I even ready for that conversation? That's a whole video, a whole conversation on its
On its
own.
own, right? So, and you struggling in this new environment, just know that what it is just a season and it doesn't
Exactly.
last forever. And the truth is, it does not define you. Maybe
Mm.
you traveled out of the country and are just trying to figure things out. Don't try to
Mm.
appear the way you are not.
Mm.
You don't owe people explanation. Say, oh, maybe you got married now. I don't need to tell you people that, oh, this is the way this thing is. I really don't need to explain to anybody.
Mm.
I just live my life the way I want to live my life and understand that what it's a growing phase for us.
Yes.
For you to is a growing phase. You're just trying to settle in. You're just trying to understand the new job you have
New
gotten better
terrain, yes.
and be and document this process if you can. Enjoy it
Yes.
because you may never have that kind of
You will never,
experience
because you
because
keep
you are
arguing, you
growing.
keep getting
You are
better.
growing. You may never have that kind of experience. So
Mm.
enjoy it and what see how the progress in
Yes,
life.
because growth is very uncomfortable. It's
Yes,
very
it is.
uncomfortable.
It is.
You will surely have to live through the discomfort before it becomes beautiful. Like we
Mm-hmm.
always say, there is always light at the end of
End
the
of the tunnel.
tunnel. But you must get to that end of the tunnel.
Sorry.
But while before there will be lights, you have been in darkness all through. You are coming inside the tunnel before you get to the point where there is light. So
Yes.
enjoy it. Might not be comfortable. Most times it's not. But then there is something you are looking forward to, which will be worth it at the end of the day.
So enjoy the process. Be patient with
Be
yourself.
very patient.
Stay open to new connections, right? Make meaningful connections, have meaningful communication. Trust the process and not just the promise. There is a promise which is that
The end.
destination, I mean, the end goal. But there is a process through which you will go for you to get to what that end goal.
And there's something I want to say before we go to the next thing. We will say that this is something I want to say because it's very important. You don't isolate. When we say don't isolate yourself, it also covers finding a place of worship. Don't be emotional when finding a place of worship, because you have to think about your growth. This also speaks to growth and process and all these things. Be in a place where you are constantly reminded that it gets better. Be in a place where you are constantly encouraged because you see people who have passed through what you have passed through. Don't isolate yourself. Be in a congregation, be in a fellowship of the brethren, in quotes, that speaks to your spirit, speaks to your soul, and speaks to your body. People that care.
Yeah.
And this thing is something we don't talk about enough, but they are so very important.
So growth is important. Make sure you keep on growing and attach yourself to the right people, to Sam, and know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up already.
Yes.
So let me just ask you. Have you ever started like a relocation? If you tell us in the comment section, we want to hear from you. And also,
what was the hardest part for you? Was it the loneliness? Was it the adjustment? Was it starting over? Or your experiences, maybe even getting a house, the whole problem with agents. That is an entire topic of its own. Agent, house hunting, prepaid meter, sharing prepaid meter, water, pumping machines, quite a lot of things.
So there are a lot of things that obviously like differently when you go to a new location. So just stay true to yourself. Don't lose the God that made you see.
Yes.
And keep on progressing, right? There is always what you need to do. Yes. And make sure you are growing. So if this conversation spoke to you, please, we want you to subscribe to our channel.
Yes, subscribe.
Like this episode, share it to somebody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.